Hello, everyone. Today we are going to present the paper hybrid approach for feature selection in data mining modeling of credit scoring. In this paper, we covered literature review, dataset and tools, proposed concept for the experiment, applying feature selection techniques, a hybrid approach for feature selection analysis, experimental results, and conclusion. First of all, we would like to pay attention to the main goal of this paper. It is to show the importance of applying feature selection in data mining modeling of credit scoring. The study shows processes of data pre-processing, feature creation, feature selection, and all of them can be applicable in real business cases for binary classification problems. So in this paper, we looked through different papers concerning credit scoring problems and feature selection approaches. And our study, in comparison with others, proposed a unique approach for feature selection techniques and has an advantage the accessibility of the approach for user of analytic platforms, business application packages, and so on. So now let's have a look at the slide about software implementation of machine learning algorithms. These all packages, platforms, and cloud solutions can be applicable to binary classification problem, but in our study we focus on IBM SPSS modeler. And also several words about our input data. It has 61 fields and more than 60,000 records, and it was collected by Ukrainian bank. It represents socio-economic information about real borrowers. And now let's turn to the proposed concept for the experiment. So our investigation starts with the stages of preprocessing the data set and adding new features that will be better describe and define in borrower status than initial ones. Then to the result of the data set with the initial number of features, we applied modeling methods such as a decision tree, random forest, support vector machine, neural networks, logistic regression, and expert approach. And after this stage, we applied a number of feature selection techniques in order to decrease a number of features and conduct modeling again, but under feature selection. So we provide with analysis to compare results for AUC values between initial models and models under feature selection. So AUC values stands for the capability of accredited models to correctly identify the behavior of a potential borrower to pay back a loan. And as a final step, we applied a hybrid approach of feature selection analysis to obtain the optimal number of features conduces in credit scoring accuracy increase. So from the beginning, after we collected the data, we make some processing steps. It includes removing missing values and irrelevant features, data integration, transformation, and normalizations, reclassifying categorical values, balancing the data. Also, we divided our data set to two samples, training one and testing one. We've chosen the target field, and also the next step is creating new features in order to adjust business logic to the process of feature selection. So as a result, we produced the data set with 34 fields and more than 40,000 records. And now we can turn to AUC results for scope of models. It's logistic regression, neural network, support vector machine, shade, and expert approach. So as we can see, the highest value is for shade and the lowest is for support vector machine. And now let's move to the AUC results. Due to feature selection techniques for the logistic regression, we applied following criteria: Pearson chi-square, likelihood ratio chi-square, Kramer's criteria, and lambda criteria, and PCA, principal component analysis. So we are decreasing the number of features to 15, 20, and 25. And according to these criteria for the logistic regression, the optimal number of AUC, the highest value is for 20 number of features if we take into account the first 4 criteria. And also you can see there is result for the neural network, for the support vector machine, and for the shade. Also, as it comes to expert technique, it concludes that 20 fields is also optimal number for the model. And so briefly results about it. As we can see, PCA has proven to be an efficient, ineffective variable selection technique. Also, as we can see, the use of feature selection techniques improves the AUC values by 11% compared to the non-use, and is the optimal number for features is 20. And now let's have a look on average AUC results for the logistic regression, neural network, SVM, and shade. And as you can see, the highest value is for 20 features when we're taking into account average of the first 4 criteria. So result for let's present some results for implementing hybrid approach for feature selection analysis. So the value of AUC is higher than a uniform distribution of statistical measures rather than using a weighted approach taking into account principal component analysis. And now you can see also the most frequently rated fields by feature selection technique. And now let's move to the conclusions of this study. The study shows different steps, stages, data pre-processing, feature creation, feature selection, and the main advantage of it is that it can be applicable in real business cases for binary classification problems, and by using software IBM SPSS modeler. So also our result has proved that application of hybrid model of feature selection conduces in previous scoring accuracy increase. And the second one, that our proposed hybrid model comparing to expert judgmental approach even performs in hard explanation, but shows better accuracy and flexibility of feature selections, which is advantage when we're talking about fast growing and changing market. And the fourth conclusion that for Ukrainian banks, it should be noted that they can use some statistical measures, as you can see at the slide, and decrease the number of features to 20, so they improve their AUC values, can be really improvements in AUC values. So thank you for your attention.